What's going on, YouTube? It is St. Patty's Day, Sunday, I believe, right? Did a little bit of Sunday afternoon thrashing on this truck and got the airlines ran, which is not an easy task. Getting 3/8 inch airlines up to the front of these trucks from the back without them rubbing on anything and without them being next to the exhaust or next to the headers. It's not an easy task. It's in your mind, it's like, hey, I'm gonna put these airlines in. Well, it took me better part of the afternoon just to run 2 lines up front. So the electrical's done, the airlines are done. The tank that I'm using is mounted to the bed. It's gonna be up under the bed, but everything else, besides the airlines and everything, is mounted to this truck, which is cool. So if I ever need to remove the bed, it's literally disconnect the airlines and pull the bed. The tank's on the truck. So let's get the camera turned around and I'll show you guys what we got done today and where we're at. Super stoked about it. So garage is a mess. The boys are coming back again. Messed around with some fake patina stuff. All right, so this is where we're at. To let you guys know, my gas filler is going to come up. I don't know what angle it'll be, but it's going to come up. It's going to run this way, and then my gas filler is going to be in the bed floor, the back left corner. And this billet piece, it's beautiful, by the way. It's from Boyd Welding, and it is a solid piece of billet aluminum. There's the part number right on it. That will be on the bed floor. I'd like to get this anodized black, since the bed floor is going to be black. But this tank is my old tank. It is just sitting here temporarily. I have it on cardboard so it doesn't scratch anything. This is kind of a mess over here. It needs buttoned up yet because of using this tank right now. It's just a little sloppy. My tank for the tank that I'm going to use is a black tank, and it's going to be, or it is mounted on the truck bed. So when the bed comes, let me back up. When the bed comes down, the tank is mounted right here, and these hoses will feed, I think, the ends right into it. I don't know where all my holes line up, because you need a pressure relief valve on that air tank. You need to run a dryer and a filter, or dryer slash filter, I guess it is, which, you don't want debris and moisture and crap out of this tank getting into your manifold system. So the line that feeds the manifold needs a filter on it. So that's why this is all hanging here. This is just temporary as well. I think I showed you guys last time, my positive off the battery comes up back here, and then my fuses for the compressors are both here. Probably get some double-sided tape or something and mount them both here. They're not going to go anywhere, but just to clean that up a little bit. Right here, my bed comes down. This back sill will sit right on the outside edge here, and I welded tabs and ears on, and I need to tap these holes yet or put threads in them so I can just bolt the bed right to those mounts. This airline needs to be pulled in a little bit, so I got to put a self tapper, stainless steel tapper, just to hold that closer to the frame. I don't want it out there where we're just asking for trouble, something coming up off the tire and pulling that airline out. All right, So that airline loops back around, comes up here to that block, and then 1 and 2 holes are front left and front right, I believe, and this third one is the left rear. So the way I did it, and I still need to get, I'm gonna get like door jamb rubber and put it here. These aren't really pushing hard on it, but I do not want them making contact on the edge of the frame right there. So I'm gonna put a piece of, like, you know, the shit you put on the edge of your car doors, which I don't want to think old people do that. I'm not old, I'm only 43. But, you know, keep your doors from getting chipped up. I'll put that there so it's rubber on plastic or whatever it is. Plastic on plastic. They're tucked in here, whole way across. Come up here, and I ran some, these are the stainless steel self-tappers I used. And then these are the little tabs that I got from Jegs. They're 3/8 inch clamps. Huh. What is that? Anyway, those lines run up. That one splits off, goes to that guy. It's nice and tucked in there, not going to be an issue. And then I have, what I've been doing is I'll clamp one line, and then on the left and right of that, which I think is a clean look, I'll run 2 black zip ties, and I can double up. And I've done that everywhere. This is self-tapper there. You'll see a mix of those in the panhead bolts. That's a 1/4 inch number. 1/4 inch head, number 10 stainless steel self-tapper. Lines go down around, which is clean. There's my boo-boo. I was drilling. I pre-drilled all these holes with a drill bit. You can't even see it in the camera. Oh, you can right there. My damn drill bit snapped in half, and I scuffed the frame up, which, you know, it is what it is. There's one there, and then there's a stock oval hole in the frame right there. And I used a piece of heater hose that fit in there really tight. And with running these 3/8 inch lines through there, it made it to the point where it's very tight and swelled it out, and it will not move. So, very happy with that. Those lines come out here. Let me see if I can go under. Come out and up. The wires that you see up there are just the rear tail light, or the rear light harness. Haven't gotten to that yet, but I will. There's my carrier bearing. My Tinworks cross member and these trailing arms. Now, this side, what we got, I went over this before, 2/0 cable all the way to the front, fuel line, 3/8 inch fuel line with 6 AN fittings on it, or 6 AN fittings on it. And then this stuff, this is electrical, and I'm gonna use some like putty. I did put a grommet up there, but I still got a gap. So what I think I'll do is there has to be some type of like plumber's putty or something you can put in there, just to seal that off from the elements. And don't mind the wood block yet. I have my cab mounts off the side of the frame. I need to drill holes and remount them. So anyway, in this cloth right here. Now this is better. All right, so fuel line. This is a cloth electrical tape. I got it on eBay. It is awesome. I ran my fuel line, or my fuel sending unit wire up in that. I ran the USB control for the for the remote for the Airlift 3P. And what the hell was the third one? Oh, the keyed ignition for the Airlift 3P system. That all went up under the cab, up in the cab, under, and then up to the fuse box up front. So I don't know. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with everything that's going on. I'm happy with the way it's turning out. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I'm doing everything to the best of my ability. You know, I want to build something that I want to keep this truck. I don't ever plan on getting rid of this truck. I want to keep this truck that when these boys, here's my boys, this is a few years ago, but when these boys look at this truck or working on this truck years from now, I don't want them to find anything on it that's like, man, Dad really rigged that, or Dad threw that together. I want them to look at it and be like, man, Dad, you know, took pride in what he was doing, and, you know, there's craftsmanship there. So, enough about that. Playing around, I've made some TikTok videos on this truck. Was originally blue. The previous owner painted it. He called it a root beer color, but in the sun, it's more of like a purplish burgundy color, in my opinion. I don't like it. And since it's not in, the body's not in great shape, I mean, it's presentable. It's a 50-footer right now. I want this truck to, I can't back up right now because the bed's here, but I want this truck to, I want to be able to drive. I don't want to have to worry about it being scratched in the parking lot. You can see my garage is a small garage. I got these 3 boys that are in and out all the time. But anyway, but I don't want to just shoot at one color, I don't think. I want it to have some character, you know? So once I got these hubcaps, I was going to clean them up, but like I love the look of the patina on them. So I thought, well, without it looking cheesy, we're going to patina the body. And I don't know, you can't really, I guess you can see it. Just starting with the layering process, and this is kind of the look I'm going for. Might sound silly, but I smoke a pipe from time to time, a tobacco pipe. And I think the colors, you know, you look in a bag of tobacco, it's browns and blacks and, you know, tans. I love that. I love that look. So I thought I could do it here and kind of layer it up, and, you know, maybe the roof will have more of this brown, tannish cream color. Just, you know, there, and also up here where it's going to be weathered, and, you know, back here. But I don't want to do too much. I just want it to be subtle. The camera makes it look like, looks more like I did more, but in person it is a little bit more subtle. So anyway, just trying to get my thoughts here. The next step is I don't have transmission fluid in it. I think I noted that before, so I got to put transmission fluid in it. After the transmission fluid's in it, we need to put gear oil in the rear end, since the rear end is now a limited slip. Once that's done, it'll move under its own power. So that's super easy. That's what I need to do. I am going to get rid of, I am going to get rid of when I converted this to disc brakes up front, I bought, turn this flashlight on. When I bought the CPP, I don't know if you can see it, the CPP front disc brake conversion kit, it came with this monster freaking booster. Not a fan. So then I was looking at, you know, the mini boosters, but the more I've been talking to guys and messaging them and getting opinions, I'm going to go with a Willwood manual master cylinder. with a 15/16 inch bore, since I'm running disc brakes front and rear, and should be good. I know there's a ratio thing with the pedal and where everything mounts to the pedal, so you get a good pedal feel. But I'm going to swap that out, clean that up. And then the next thing, Vanata Fabrication. It's Vanatta. If you guys get on his website, he has a lot of cool stuff. He makes fenders, or inner fenders, I guess you could call them, that will run across here and tie into the firewall. So that would clean this up and keep some of the shit and, road debris off the motor. It's a flat panel with some, you can get them either smooth with some B-roll, or he calls them Pro Touring B-rolls, the B-roll pattern. I'll probably just go with a smooth. Since I already have the holes up here, it'll, I think, tie in better. So it's a flat tabletop thing, and then it has a kicker on an angle that comes down there slightly. So I'm planning on doing that. That'll also help me button up this wiring. That tube there is a cover, and there's not that many wires in it. I mean, there's a bunch of wires in it, but it's oversized for what we need. So I'm hoping I can take those wires, and once that inner fender is there, fasten them to the upper side of the inner fender is the idea. But anyway, this video is getting longer than it needs to be. So this is the truck where it's at. It's St. Patty's Day, man. You need a name for this truck. My wife walked in and I had zip ties all over the floor from running all these guys. And I said, wouldn't zip tie be a cool name? But it's not zip tied together. It's done right. So I don't think I'll name it zip tie. I like smoke tobacco. I like that look. So you guys have any ideas? Throw some names at me. It just she doesn't have her identity yet without a name. Maybe it'll come to me at the end here, but I like Old Smoke. My wife does not like the old part in it, but OLE, Old Smoke, Old Smoky. I like doing smoky burnouts. Now that she's not a one-wheel peel, I'll be able to smoke both of them off. I don't know. Anyway, you guys have a good day. Tune in. Let me know on a name. Give me some ideas. All right, thanks. God bless. Peace out.